Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and I think it's fair to say that it's simply a fact of life that SBI is in love with XRP. At a minimum, it has a very, very strong crush on XRP. At a minimum. There's an article today from Daily Hodl titled Financial Giant SBI Considering Expansive XRP Dividends Program. So I'm going to be running through this with you, the specifics. And let me tell you, even before I get into the specifics, I just want to state that what they're doing, if they didn't have the highest level of confidence in XRP and its staying power, the idea of it maintaining operations in perpetuity, they wouldn't be doing what they're doing here. So I've got that. I've got multiple tweets from the XRP community, which I think you'll find very interesting. And I will wrap up this lovely little Moon Lambo video with this piece from Cointelegraph. And it is titled, Crypto Loans See Solid Growth. Platforms Attract Community Interest. Infrastructure, yes, maturation of the asset class, because crypto is here to stay, damn it. But before we go any further, if you would please ever so delicately tap that like button. And if you are a fan of Ripple and XRP and you agree that SBI is either in love or has a crush on XRP, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Tokyo-based SBI Holdings, a major financial services company, is reportedly looking into granting XRP as part of a benefit program to all shareholders of SBI Group, according to CEO Yoshitaka Kitao. You're my boy, Yoshi. SBI subsidiary Morningstar confirmed in August that XRP, the world's third largest digital asset by market cap, will be distributed to its shareholders. Now, as reported by Cointelegraph Japan, SBI Holdings is considering a plan to distribute XRP to shareholders company-wide for the financial year ending in March 2020. Now, do you think that they do that if it's just like, if they didn't really have confidence in XRP, oh, here, have this, it's going to be worthless? I don't really see that being the case here. SBI is a long-term Ripple partner and invested in the San Francisco startup back in 2016. SBI says it's also preparing to launch a new mining facility within the next year, which sounds antiquated, doesn't it? When you have a cryptocurrency like XRP, which really renders mining completely obsolete, it's like, why are we doing this? You're solving a complex Sudoku puzzle for what? Wasting so much energy. Doesn't make no damn sense. That's what Moon Lambo says. But I still think proof of work, it's going to go the way of the dodo. It's going to take... by the way, that's an extinct bird. If you keep hearing me say that on the channel, it's an avian creature that is no more. That's going to be Bitcoin. Perhaps. I don't know. Maybe I'm going too far. You can tell me. But I'm highly skeptical of the staying power of Bitcoin. Well, because from a technological perspective, look at what it does, or more aptly stated, what it doesn't do. There is no fix for it. So far, Lightning Network isn't really doing anything. It doesn't work, really. And it's completely unnecessary. And so even for those individuals out there, they're all Bitcoin maxis that hold this opinion, almost exclusively. The value of mining is what makes a cryptocurrency a cryptocurrency. Well, no, it's really just solving the double spend problem, and it can be done more efficiently. And so, what about this? Because even if you believe that, even if you're a Bitcoin maxi out there and you say, no, mining is it's one of the defining characteristics of what indeed makes a cryptocurrency. Okay, so what about, what happens to the Bitcoin blockchain when the very last Bitcoin is mined? Is it no longer a real, quote-unquote, real cryptocurrency? Have you thought about that, Mr. Bitcoin maxi? The financial services company is planning to establish crypto mining facilities in the United States and Kyrgyzstan. According to Kitao, the facilities will allow it to mine more effectively and efficiently. In addition, Kitao says the company plans to work with Yahoo SoftBank. In October 2019, SBI revealed it would team up with Z Holdings, which manages Yahoo's Japanese division. Here's a quote. When we talked about this financial business alliance, there were discussions about merging with Yahoo SoftBank. But that's the end of the quote. But the SBI Group currently has around 7,000 workers, and it appears that both entities will not be under the same management due to differences in corporate culture, which seems reasonable to me. But nonetheless, I'm just saying here, XRP, in terms of staying power, it makes no sense if you're talking long term based on the information available today, and things can change. And I'm always upfront about that. And I always reserve the right to change my opinion as new developments occur. Absolutely, because look, changing landscape. Moon Lambo cares about facts, right? Moon Lambo refers to himself in the third person sometimes, and so look, right now, based on everything we know today, XRP should be number one in market cap in my mind, ultimately, right? I understand why it's not yet. People just don't know what the hell's going on in the world of crypto. I totally understand that, but if you just look in terms of utility and what's that, because that is what matters, why would that ultimately not be the case? And so, to me, it's just like, it's bacon in the oven. Just give it some time. All right, here's a tweet from Stuart XRP, and he wrote, Catherine Coley confirmed XRP needs to be liquid enough to handle FX market daily volume of $6 trillion. And here's Catherine Coley right here, and that name may sound familiar to you, and if not, that's okay. You can't remember everybody's name. She is the CEO of Binance America, and here's her Twitter account right here. I thought I'd pull that up so that you are aware. And then Stuart XRP wrote in the rest of his tweet today, XRP ledger payment volume, 101 million, I'm rounding, 101.3 million. XRP price, 20.95 cents. And then he writes, if Ripple gets 50% of the FX market, XRP ledger payment volume would be 3 trillion. XRP price, question mark, emoji, winky face. Kind of like that. It's a 2.9 million % increase in volume. Now, you might think that utility like that would matter. I am going to hold on to my XRP. How about you? Of course, none of this is financial advice, no financial background. I'm just an enthusiastic member of the XRP community that likes putting out some YouTube videos on that topic. It's the most bestest hobby ever. But anyway, I'm just going to keep holding. Next here, we got a tweet from Crypto Guac Talk. That's awesome. Guac Talk. Went to two different banks today and took over 45 minutes of waiting in line just to make 2 simple deposits. That's outrageous. Seems like every time I go in, there are less workers and lines are longer. Why? Banks going broke? And then 5 question marks. And then he tagged me with along with Aiden Trading, the digital asset investor, and CZ Binance. So first of all, shout out to you, Crypto Guac Talk. I like your name and your style. So thank you very much for tagging me. Yeah, as far as banks, that's insane. I'll tell you what. Every once in a while, it doesn't happen frequently, but every once in a while, I have the displeasure of being like given a paper check, and then I understand like there's ways you can scan and have it deposited in your account. Okay, super cool, but I don't really like. To me, it's annoying that because I have checks so infrequently. It could be annoying for me to even learn how to do that and set it up. So I just don't. I go to the bank, and it feels so old-timey to me. Like, why am I physically driving to this building to drop off this piece of paper that says somebody else owes me something? Ah, damn it. and then I actually did have to do it just a couple weeks ago, and I wasn't there for as long as you. It wasn't 45 minutes, but it was like a little over 15 minutes. And as I was doing that, I was like, oh my god, we need Ripple to like speed up the development of this Internet of Value thing they've been talking about, so that I don't have to do stuff like this, right? I'll get things in time though. But anyway, thanks again for tagging me, and again, your name's cool. Shout out to you, good sir. All right, next, here's a tweet from XRP Crypto Wolf. He wrote, the Federal Reserve has joined the U.S. Faster Payments Council as a founding sponsor. They will actively participate in the FPC's work to facilitate faster payments in the U.S., enabling Americans to securely pay anyone, anywhere, at any time with near immediate funds availability. And actually, I meant to go ahead and like that earlier. So there, I just liked it here as I'm recording. And here's a screen grab that he is associated with that. This is where it came from, and this is new from today, December 5th, 2019. All right, next. Here's what we got from Cointelegraph. Crypto loans see solid growth. Platforms attract community interest. It may be surprising, but platforms designed for loans and lending through the use of cryptocurrencies are a relatively new development for the crypto industry. Each platform adheres to its own strategy, but the idea shared by all is that users put their cryptocurrency into an automated smart contract as collateral for a loan. The contract tracks accrued interest and credit payments and also prevents anyone from interfering in this process. Unlike traditional lending, there is no need for credit checks and scoring, as well as for the lender to seriously consider the option of physical pressure on the borrower. Now, conceptually, that sounds fascinating. That's a complete departure from traditional finance as it pertains to loans, right? Anyway, so cryptocurrency loans platforms began to develop during the bear market of 2018 as crypto prices became critically low at the peak of the downturn. At the time, owners of digital currencies who didn't want to sell their crypto at low prices lent out their holdings and made money on interest. The popularity of lending in digital currencies has grown for several reasons, and they got 3 listed here. Number 1, low interest rates. Number 2, increase in the number of traders and investors for whom receiving funds immediately in cryptocurrencies is convenient. Number 3, a simplified system of requirements for borrowers. Those who hadn't been approved for bank loans could easily receive digital money. It makes sense, right? I'm not saying it's a good thing necessarily, but it makes sense. Today, the entire crypto loaning industry is estimated at $4.7 billion, and the number of crypto loan platforms is growing rapidly. According to a report made by blockchain company GrayChain Limited, while lenders have only earned a combined $86 million in interest since 2018, the demand for cryptocurrency loans is growing. In the first quarter of 2019, over 5,400 new loans were issued, and in the second, at least 18,500. The volume of lending also increased, with lenders issuing $64.8 million in loans in the first quarter and $159.3 million in the second. And so part of the reason I find articles like this fascinating, the reason I love pointing this type of thing out, is because a lot of the things that you've seen occur in traditional finance, just recently I was pointing at, I think it was yesterday actually, I was talking about, yeah, it was, right? I don't know, days are blurring together now. Talking about futures contracts, and of course that's something that has existed traditionally, and now it's obviously in the world of crypto. With Bitcoin, I reported on XRP, Ethereum Classic, and there were others that were included in that with OKX exchange. So they're actually futures contracts. And then in this particular case, you're talking about loans, of course, in traditional finance. That's certainly something that's running rampant in my country. I live in America. Yeah, lots of loans everywhere. Okay. But anyway, it makes sense that it would expand to the cryptocurrency asset class. And so to me, again, there's tremendous staying power for this asset class. It's not going away. It's just going to look a lot different the more time passes. And so that's why, for me, being a long-term guy, I'm not interested in being a trader. For me, it's about reasonable long-term holds, and there's no more reasonable hold on the planet in the world of crypto than XRP. I am Mr. XRP Bull. Damn it. That's just a matter-of-fact statement right there. But that's it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything, because if anything that I say or write, that would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!